Hi everybody, Chuck Case here at the Watertown campus of Case School of Music. Welcome to this little lesson on executing the single paradiddle. Now the single paradiddle will be a requirement for the South Dakota All-State Middle School Band if you're auditioning for that this year. So pay close attention. Hopefully you can pick up some tips on how to execute it and with good control and good speed. So here it is, we'll break it down. I'll play it for you slow to fast to slow first of all. Check it out. Okay, so here are some tips on execution of that single paradiddle. Whenever you practice these rhythms, I would suggest getting yourself in front of a full-length mirror. And so that way you can see the right hand, the left hand, and the stick heights and stick angles. And so just a really good tool to help you out. But the first thing we're going to do is, I think a very important thing, is to get that accent for the first note of each paradiddle. Now, believe it or not, that can seem pretty difficult at first. So I would just work on a nice and slow tempo to feel for that accent. Okay? So that's tip number one. Tip number two, we want to work on speed, okay? We can take it to that certain point where we're actually stroking each one there, and we can kind of lock up and freeze up a little bit there because we're trying to go so fast and execute it nice and clean, but we're not able to go to that higher gear, so to speak. So we're kind of frozen just all by our strokes. So what we're going to do is going to double bounce the double rights and the double lefts as they come, okay? For example, here's what it's going to sound like with the double bounces for the double rights and double lefts. So it sounds kind of like a roll. And really the concept when you go from slow to fast to slow is the same as executing the long roll or the double bounce roll. Okay? So here's a tip for that. Okay? A lot of times I'll have students just play a basic skeletal pattern like this. 1 E and 2. 1 E and 2. 1 E and 2. Okay, so now we're talking about the right hand paradiddle. Okay? Single paradiddle. So now after playing that for a little bit, going to double bounce the 1 E and, so it becomes 1 E and a. Bounce, bounce, bounce. 1 E and a 2, 1 E and a 2, 1 E and a 2, 1 E and a 2. Okay? So it actually becomes like a single paradiddle 5-stroke roll. Okay? So if I were to play that fast, sounds like a 5-stroke roll. Here's some regular 5-stroke rolls, and followed by some paradiddle 5-stroke rolls. Okay, so I would do the same thing with the left hand. That basic skeletal pattern. And then bounce, bounce. Then, of course, a little faster. Okay, so that's what I call a paradiddle 5-stroke roll. Now we can do 2 single paradiddles together like that and call it a paradiddle 9-stroke roll. Okay, so the skeletal, the basic stroke pattern for that be 1 E and 2 E and 3, 1 E and 2 E and 3. Okay, so now we're going to bounce the ands and make them 1 E and a, 2 E and a 3. Bounce, bounce. Okay. Okay, so you get going faster, sounds like a 9-stroke roll. Okay, of course you can do the same thing with the left hand, okay? So then, if you add another single paradiddle on there, it becomes a 13-stroke roll. Okay, and then add one more, so a string of 4 single paradiddles together becomes like a 17-stroke roll. you know, that's how I encourage students to approach double bouncing those 16th notes as far as the double rights and double lefts, okay? So then eventually you can do a little combination of mixing up single paradiddles and double bounces, okay? So here we go. Double bounce, paradiddles, double bounce, paradiddles. Okay? So another fun exercise to work on. So there are your tips today. Good luck working that single paradiddle. I love it. It's probably my favorite rudiment, and I love it, especially to put to drum sets. So anyway, good luck with it. Have fun, and happy drumming. We'll see ya.